What do you look for in a good lead? When you were like eyeballing someone, that guy or that gal might be able to step up and really help push forward the right behavior or the right culture or whatever. What are those things that you look for?
Some of it's just organic, like who do people look to? When you're in a room and we're all looking at something and there's feedback on it, and somebody says, "Hey, I think the VFX need to be this way." Who does everyone look at that's a VFX artist, even if they're not named lead? Well, that person clearly is a trusted leader on that team. Like, let the team kind of organically define it just by who they look to and talk to. Some of it is, again, are they interested in it? I'm not going to pull someone aside and be like, I think you should lead this team. And in some ways, it was interesting because that wasn't really my call to make. I didn't promote people on my team. It was art leadership who was promoting them by title, but we talked about who was the person who could kind of shepherd these things to completion. And so we had team roles separate from titles in these scenarios. And sometimes it could be someone who had never led before leading one of the skins because it was their passion. I led a skin. I led Dunkmaster Darius because I was into sports and basketball, and I had a few individuals who were like, you're going to have to help me with the sports ball thing. I don't get it. Like intentionally trying to be like, we don't like sports, Klaus.
You're telling me the ball goes into that basket over there.
Yeah. And so that was a really interesting experience where I got to also impose deadlines on myself and be mad at myself for having those deadlines of, here's when we have to do these things, and have this inner struggle of, but I could push it, right? Like, no, what would I coach somebody to do in that situation? That actually grew me a lot. In that scenario, we all actually had to throw away a whole set of work that I was really excited about because it just was not good. And so seeing that too was another thing. So some of it just organically emerges. But I'd say, who are the people that are coming to you when something feels off? Those are what I look for in a lead. I don't want someone who's going to tell me yes every time I ask if we are on track or if we're going to be able to do this. Who's the artist that's going to say, yeah, we could do it, or you're going to lose this? Not always we need more time, not always we don't need more time, but who's the person that gives me a real picture of what's happening? Those are the people I'm going to go to all the time. And I had some really good ones.